Welcome to Deep Thought. Don't accept personal ignorance. Don't accept personal ignorance. I know, you know what I know, people be like, yeah, look at these ignorant people out here. They don't know. Don't accept it in yourself first and foremost. And this is connected to what I said about changing your thinking. A lot of people are just ignorant of stuff. And sometimes even some people are willfully ignorant of some things. They just don't know. They don't really take the time to find out about stuff. They are followers. See, the theys love that. And the theys know that. They know most people ain't going to research anything. You know? Shoot, advertisers know it. People who have any type of propaganda knows that. People ain't going to really ask themselves some questions or ask why they following this particular philosophy, even religion. Let me just go there real quick. One of the things is, y'all notice I don't promote a particular path, but what I do say is do the research into it. Make sure it is for you. That's why I don't promote anything. I don't want to unduly influence anybody, you know, and that's with anything, even philosophy, everything. Even when I'm talking about relationships on my other channel, when I'm talking about body game, I still say that's your choice. Research it, see what works for you. You notice I say get your best body, you know, but you got to know it. And you have to know yourself. See, a lot of people, I'm going to tell you what, one of the problems is a lot of people, I say the overwhelming majority of people really don't think. They're really ignorant on multiple levels. When I say ignorant, they just don't know. And many people even embrace that. They go by what somebody else tells them, or they stay ignorant, as they say from the classic book, 1984 by George Orwell, ignorance is bliss. A lot of times people don't want to know what's happening. They don't want to know because it makes them feel a certain way. But one of the things about me is I always want to know. I always want to know. And that goes back to what I was saying on Tuesday about finding out the whole story. I want to know both sides, you know, because I'm gonna tell you what, I can't stand that. I can't stand ignorance. And the reason why, because there's been too many times when someone else's ignorance has impacted my own life. And it's like, I don't have time for that. Because one of the things I do is I try to be cognizant of how what I'm saying and doing is impacting other people's lives. Yeah, I notice there's certain videos I don't do, or I don't get into gossipy stuff or going in on people, stuff like that. Now, if people take it that way, that's something else, but I consciously try not to do that. I try to know what I'm talking about. You know, that's why I read the books, I watch the news. I'm paying attention out here. When I'm out here in the world, I'm paying attention to everything, every little thing, because I don't want to be ignorant. Because understand, the more knowledge I have, the more power I can apply to situations, you know? Because when someone is ignorant, they stuck. They don't know. And it hurts them in so many ways. You know, they could be ignorant as to, like, racial ignorance. That's a big one. A lot of people don't understand how someone of another racial group may really act or behave. They choose ignorance. And this is all the way across the board. They choose ignorance. But that person who may be a different race can help them with something. Might be a good person. You might be hurting yourself with your own ignorance. That's why you don't want to accept it. That's why you don't want to accept it. You're really hurting yourself when you don't know. And some people get into it like, yeah, I don't know. What's good about that? You don't know. Now, let me have a clarification. This isn't mean you got to get in somebody's business. I mean, their business is their business, but you can still know what's going on in the world in general. You can still know what's happening, especially like laws, movements, social mores that really impact your own life. And then I'm gonna tell you what, a lot of people are ignorant about themselves. That's the worst type of personal ignorance. They ignorant because they don't know what they are capable of. You know, I talk a lot, especially on Sundays, about using your talents. A lot of people are ignorant about their talent and what they can do. You know, they don't know themselves. In ancient Kemet, otherwise known as ancient Egypt, a very important thing was know thyself. Know thyself. Like, and you know, some people mean that to get on a big metaphysical basis of something, but just knowing what you can do. Okay, like here's a good example. I'm in the gym. I already know what I can bench press. I know what I'm capable of. Therefore, I'm not hurting myself. Like you need to know what you're capable of. You need to know your own skills. Because when you're ignorant of yourself, that's the worst thing. You don't know what you can do. Like I'm always promoting like being successful and everything. A lot of people don't know their own skills. They don't know their own strength. That's ignorance. That's the worst type of ignorance. Like it's actually okay. It's more okay if you're ignorant of another human being and who they are. But that's a personal thing. But when you're ignorant of yourself and then you're ignorant of just that's worse, or just generally what's going on in society that has a profound effect on your livelihood, oh, those are worse. I mean, if you had to have one, maybe of a person, individual person, but even then, you still need to know as much about them, especially when it affects you. See, you don't accept it. You wanna work for knowledge, and not just book knowledge, but street knowledge, street smarts. You know, there's a lot of people out here who you know what, they can read all the books in the world, but then they lack street smarts, which is another form of ignorance. You know, when you don't have street smarts, which means being able to interact with other people. You know, you don't know yourself, you don't understand other people. How do you expect to win? You know, you're not using your own talents in everything. How do you expect to win? I want y'all to think about that. How do you expect it? You know, don't accept it at all. You know, always want to know. You want to know yourself. You want to know that which affects you. You know, you want to know what's going on in the world. You know, I'm nicknamed the Field Master. That's because I'm out here. Now, every now and then I get someone, they look at my age, and because they are ignorant of who I am, and they haven't found out the whole story about me, they think I don't know what's going on out here. I say, no. I be talking to people all the time, you know. Plus, every time I'm doing a consultation or something, I have a different person telling me some stuff. I'm taking that in. I'm helping them, but they also helping me because they're giving me another perspective. And then I can share that perspective, not theirs in particular, but the general things that they were talking about with other people to help them. See, that's the important thing. But you can't accept ignorance. It's nothing good about it. It's nothing good about it. You know, it might make some people laugh, and you get some people who accept it and they cool, like, I don't know that. You dumbass motherfucker. Because you're hurting yourself. You notice when you look at successful people, you know the biggest thing they'll spend money on, and they ain't like a fancy car and everything. They'll have a library. They'll have knowledge. They'll be looking at books. They'll go to seminars. They'll pay like 5 figures to go to a seminar just to get knowledge, you know? Or you get people who talk with different people and can like listen to what they're saying. They get knowledge, you know? So, I mean, don't accept personal ignorance. Don't accept it at all. Get knowledge. And that comes on myriad levels, not just book knowledge, but life knowledge. All right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.